I'd just like to tell you about the classes that I'm offering in the next 6 months. First, a level 1 class, which is for social activists. Now, you don't need to be a social activist in your life. You may just feel stuck in some aspect of your life and really want to work through that. This is a safe, fun, very straightforward approach. We're not interested in the storyline. We all have been there. It's more about creating these tools that are based on the body. We work through the body because the body has somatic intelligence. You know how when you walk into a room and animals and children kind of tune into adults way before we do? It's that level. Our body is tuning into energies. It's tuning into, has a kind of natural intelligence. If we work through the body with these very lightly pressured movement that are like simulator movements, which we reenact the pressure, then we get to see, oh, so that's how I react under pressure. Well, then the next time I do that, I have a choice. Perhaps we want to be in a relationship and we haven't been in a relationship in a really long time. And that's a tough one. But how can we really kind of break that painful barrier that prevents us from having what we want? This work is a way to have it inside of a group in a way where we're all engaging, me as the leader included, where I am transparent about my own patterns, where I am human along with all of you, and where we're all human together and we get to learn together. So it's a very forgiving, very playful, and rather transparent approach. The second class I'm offering is an evening class that starts in May that is the same work over 7 consecutive weeks. And I also can offer this if this is appealing to any of you and you'd like to bring this into your particular venue, whether you're coaches at schools, whether you'd like me to work with staff. We can engage in a conversation and I can match this program accordingly. This is very much about tailoring it to your needs. So this leadership embodiment work, as I've already mentioned, is wonderful in many different venues. It is fantastic for relationships. It's fantastic for relationships that have been going on for 20 years, where we get stuck into our patterns, where we have a hard time speaking up for our truth, where we interrupt each other, or we don't listen to each other, where we engage in blame and shame rather than in deep listening or in trusting that we can have a voice, that we can really speak and be heard. I work with couples. I work with people who really want to be in relationship and have fears about it. I work with groups around these issues. You can work one-on-one. You can bring a partner in and work together inside your relationship. It's all possible. My mission in my work is to engage in the health of an individual and or an organization to help them see what is working well in their lives and where there is room for improvement. This can manifest as an ache or a pain in your body. It can manifest as a relationship that's not working. It can manifest in being in life and feeling as if stress is just too overwhelming, pressure is too overwhelming, financially, decisions about work, as a professional or as a parent, or just addressing different conversations in partnerships and in organizations. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Valentine. I am a licensed massage therapist, a certified movement educator, and a leadership coach, also known as somatic coach, or you might hear references as a body-mind coach. That's a lot in one sentence. What I do is I offer 3 sections of work. First, my hands-on work, my movement education work, and my coaching work. I offer to clients and to organizations the possibility of doing one of those 3 sections or all 3 in an integrative fashion. So what does that look like? Well, first of all, my hands-on work spans over 30 years. I started as a modern dancer, studied cultural anthropology, always interested in personal and cultural healing, and that led me to do various hands-on work. I'm going to list them to you, and then if you'd like to have a conversation in person with me about which hands-on work is appealing to you, if you'd like to know more in detail, I'd love to either share links with you or talk to you more about this. The hands-on works that I offer are neuromuscular therapy, which is also trigger point therapy. It's very detailed, very specific. It helps to find the source of the pain. Where the pain is not necessarily where the source of the pain is. So it's very detailed work where I work gradually on the tissue, on the muscle, on the fascia, to find and to address acute and chronic pain. I also practice myofascial craniosacral therapy. That also can be very subtle work, but work very deeply. I'm always interested in working with clients one-on-one in a way that is comfortable and never about going beyond a certain point of comfort. With craniosacral therapy, it is a matter of holding at certain parts of the body, the head, the arms, the knees, at the hips, at the ankles. And it's a matter of my hands making contact with the actual movement of the client's spinal fluid. It's feeling for the resonance of the movement of the spinal fluid that allows for total relaxation, actual alignment of the structure of someone's skeleton and spine, as well as addressing acute and chronic pain. Secondly, I offer something called zero balancing. I'm certified in a certain level of zero balancing, and it's bone energy work. What does that mean? It's done usually when someone's fully clothed. It can be done for 5 minutes. It can be done for an hour. The intention is to actually work underneath the body to create little tractions, little fulcrums that help to shift breathing, help to reduce stress levels, help to shift patterns in the brain that may create contractions or pain in the body. And then I also offer another approach, which is, can we stop for a sec?